hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Monday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome, Jenny. How are you? Decent kind of hour. Not too decent for you, but a little decentness in here. So I saw an interesting post the other day, and I thought since it's Monday, we should probably talk about coffee shops. So I don't know if you know who Mel Robbins is, but she got really popular for her book, The 5-Second Rule. If you haven't read that book, I highly recommend that book. It's one of my favorite books. So it's a really good book. The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. She's got a couple other books after that, but I really like that. I really like the 5-Second Rule. But she was talking about, I saw this clip a couple of days ago. She was talking about four types of coffee shops and how you could build friendships in each one, right? And when she was talking about them, I'm thinking, wait, four types of coffee shops in my neighborhood? I never really thought about that. But then when I listened to her, it makes total sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that. It totally makes sense. Yes, of her. That's awesome. That book is a really good book too. So she talks about four types of coffee shops in your own backyard. The first type is your big chains, your Starbucks, your Tim Hortons, your Dunkin' Donuts. I think I covered the big three. Those are your big chain coffee shops. Now, usually you can't really get a whole conversation or a bond going on here because, they're just in and out kind of thing, right? Now, the second type is what she calls the first responders. And I love how she puts it. This is the coffee shop where, the cops, the firefighters, the first responders, the people who have been serving the community for a long time, they get up early and they are at this coffee shop every single day, right? Every morning there's somebody there, first responders. And I love that. You get the people that are local, they've been there for a while usually, and they're committed to that coffee shop. So that's the kind of people you'd be able to connect with there. The third type is, which you all know, I can start up a conversation with anyone anywhere. That is very true. You can. That is very true. The third type of coffee shop is your local coffee shops. This is the mom and pop shop. This is the one that all the moms go to before dropping off their kids to school and picking them up from school. This is where all the moms hang out and talk. Their families kind of get together and chill. This is like a local place, like a local hangout, that has been there for years. People recognize people there, and just a really friendly environment, right? Love that too. That makes total sense. You always have a local and I love those coffee shops. I love the local coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker. Well, I can't say that anymore. I am actually. I drink coffee. Who had time for coffee as a mom? When that's true. I don't know. They make time. They definitely make time. Starbucks is very happy with a lot of moms. So I'm I'm enjoying coffee now. I am. I wasn't a big coffee drinker, and now I am. But I do love the local shops, the mom and pops. In fact, I like that in like restaurants and burger joints and stuff like that too. I like the local mom and pop shops if they're clean, because some of them are not real clean, and some of them are just like they're just kind of pumping out the volume, if you would, but they don't pay attention to quality and all that stuff. But if they're clean and they're good, I love the local place. Yeah, I'm not a really Starbucks, like I go to Starbucks maybe once every like 6 months or something. I don't go to Starbucks a whole lot. So um, I know Starbucks doesn't make a whole lot of bucks out of me. So, and then the fourth coffee shop is your super duper fancy schmancy, the coffee shop that she explains, like the machine is size of like a barbecue grill. I can't talk today. Barbecue grill is like so fancy schmancy, and people are wearing like leather aprons with belts on them. So, very fancy schmancy. Actually, there is one, I can think of one right, probably within about 2 miles from here, from where I live, and it's real fancy schmancy. And like I said, I'm not a big, well, I can't say that anymore. I am actually. So I don't know like the names and stuff. Hi Shimajun, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you circle back, watch the replay, because I'm about to wrap this up. But I'm not. Okay. So I have recently become a coffee drinker, maybe in a couple of years now. But I don't know like the fancy schmancy like names. You know what I mean? So somebody had to have to go with me to like tell me what they mean, because I have no idea. When I look, like I have no idea what's going on. Like I don't know where to put my hands. But yeah, but those are the four types of coffee shops. Now here's the thing: not one is worse or better than the last one. It's just that you're gonna find a whole different type of a crowd in each one, right? And let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. Obviously, Jenny doesn't really like Starbucks. I'm not a big Starbucks kind of guy either. If I can give business to a local guy or gal who deserves it and is a good business, honest, then I would rather do that than do a chain. And I have done that, and I usually do that as much as I can. But yeah, so with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was a little different of a live, because I thought that's kind of cool. We don't talk about like the crowds in the coffee shops anymore. I certainly wouldn't know, because ever since I'll leave you with this. Ever since COVID, so when there was a time 3 years ago, yeah, well, 3 years ago, that was rough times. 3 years ago, there was a coffee shop, a local shop, about another 2 miles away from me, and I would go there like pretty much every day. I would probably, that's funny. I shouldn't admit this, but I would go every day, and all these people would order all these fancy schmancy coffees, like I can't even, I don't even know like what they mean. The fanciest thing I could get is like, I like the iced frappuccino with whipped cream and sprinkled chocolate on top. I think that's one, right? And then the other one is house coffee. So I wouldn't know the rest of all the stuff that's up there. But so this shop though, it was really cool because it was close to the lake, and I would just go there, grab my cup, and go across the lake with a mask. Everybody's wearing a mask, and it was COVID time, and just go there and drink my coffee. And I think I became like a coffee drinker, you know. So now I enjoy my coffee. So with that, anyway, I digress. You guys know I digress. I wouldn't know what to order. I have no interest. Yeah, that's funny. I'm at so all right. I promise I'll leave you with this. So we have our own coffee that's collagen based, and it's grass fed butter creamer. Okay, so first of all, I literally had no idea what that meant. Like when they came out with it, they called it bulletproof coffee. And they kept saying bulletproof coffee, bulletproof coffee, bulletproof coffee. And I'm like, what the heck is bulletproof coffee? Like, is it like really strong or something? I didn't know what it was. So I'm like, well, if we have it, I probably should know what it is. So I went to this site. I don't know if you heard about this site or not. I went to this site called Google. I went to Google and I went bulletproof coffee. And by golly, there's a thing called bulletproof coffee, and it's good like for your brain, for memory. Do you hear the coyotes? Anyway, so it's good for memory. It's good for Alzheimer's. It's good for like all kinds of stuff, right? And mushroom coffee. Yeah, I read about mushroom coffee, but it's not quite exactly the same as bulletproof coffee. And bulletproof coffee, the big difference is that the main one of the main ingredients is grass-fed butter, and I had no idea what that meant. So anyway, I'll shrink the story, I promise. So I ordered a box of our own coffee, and I'm like, I gotta drink this thing just to see what it is, right? So I drank it, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Like I don't know. Not everybody likes the coffee creamer. I know I don't think Jenny likes the coffee and creamer, but I literally like love this coffee and creamer. And right around I'm gonna give you a little secret. Right around 2 o'clock, 2:30 is when I usually have. I gotta have one of them like every day, almost like at least 5 times a week. So I do that, but I love that coffee and creamer. I love that. So yeah, so that's how I became a coffee drinker. Well, that actually, that's a whole other life. I'm not going to digress. All right. With that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. I want to know what coffee you guys like. Hey, drop and okay. Before I wait, hold on. I do you hear it? Come on. You hear it, right? Hold on. I can actually. Do you guys hear it? Anyway, um, hopefully I don't get any bugs in. I just opened the door. But yeah, so yeah, drop your thought before I tell you. Oh, you can hear it. Okay, before I leave, before I ask you to drop your coffee stuff here, if you are in a company, are you hearing me? If you're in a network marketing company and you sell coffee and you drop a link in the comments, I will delete your comment. No links, please. You can tell me what kind of coffee you drink, but don't drop a link or anything or a company name, please. I appreciate it. These days, I got to be careful what I say now, you know. With that, if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love, tag a couple people, especially if they're coffee drinkers. Don't hate, just tag, you know. And I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.